A very good afternoon to one and all. I'm your host, Ruby Gill, and I feel honored to welcome you all for taking a keen part in today's webinar entitled Mastering New Computing Technologies for High-Profile National and International Careers. So I'm sure that you all will feel enriched with knowledge after completion of this webinar. So kindly allow me to introduce our experts of the day. I humbly welcome Professor Rishi Chopra, Assistant Professor and Assistant Dean, School of Computer Applications, Lovely Professional University. He has been very instrumental in research when it comes to education. He has 20 years of teaching experience in UG and PG levels. He has guided many master's projects. Apart from being an academician, he plays a major role in administration as project head in Division of Admissions. To his credit, he has conveyed 200 plus career counseling, motivational sessions, and seminars at various organizations of repute. He has organized numerous specialized technical events and part of several conferences worldwide. So, sir, it's a privilege to have you on board with us today. Thank you so much for joining. Additionally, I humbly welcome our alumni of highest caliber and repute, Mr. Mukesh Kumar Soni, student of Masters in Computer Application and pass out in 2021. Currently, he is working as a software engineer in ARI Inspect, child company of DX Factor. So thank you so much, Mr. Mukesh, for taking your time and joining us today. Likewise, I would also like to welcome our admission expert, Ms. Megha Singh, Assistant Professor, Lovely Professional University. Her expertise lies in human resource management, and currently she is involved in research related to social cause. And today she'll be give you an insight of eligibility, fee, and scholarship, which I'm sure will make you save a lot of money. And in addition to that, she'll also be discussing about the infrastructure part of the university. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. So with this, we'll begin our today's webinar. I welcome you all once again to the webinar and hope you all will have a great interaction with the experts. So over to you, Professor Rishi, for the content of the day.
Thank you, Ms. Ruby, for such a detailed introduction of ours. Thank you so much. I'll be starting along with this with my presentation, and I'll be taking around 20 minutes of yours to introduce few of the programs. I'll be taking up the pedagogical part. I'll be taking up what you can be, what careers are available for you in the market, right? Let me take up my presentation, and I hope my screen is visible to you all. Is it fine, Ruby? Help me out. So as you can see on my screen, that's the topic of the webinar today is mastering new computing technologies for high-profile national and international careers. So definitely we are going to stick to this topic. There is going to be a series of approach to this along with the agenda that I do have over here. So I'm Professor Rishi Chopra. I'm representing School of Computer Applications. So you see what would be the agenda or the talking points for the day. First of all, I'll be taking up few of the careers up ahead for you, as I promised in the topic as well. Careers, what are the opportunities, what are the new careers which are there in the market, and what you might be looking for in your near future. Then we'll be talking about the industry trends and the expectations from the student. As a student, what industry expects from you? We'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about new age programs and specializations, the programs which were being offered few years back, probably if you call it maybe an year back also, they have been transformed due to changes in the industry expectations, and these are going to be now new age programs and new age specializations, which I'll be discussing in a few minutes from now. And then we'll be taking up the projects, practical coverage of the programs that will be through the projects in computer applications. And then we'll go ahead with the question and answer round, along with the alumni, one of the distinguished alumni we have along with us. So that would be the agenda. I quickly move on to the change in the world that is a drastic one, and definitely it is being experienced by each and every person in this world. And of course, it has collaboratively made a lot of changes in the industry. Industry has started working in a very different way, and how we are going to bridge that gap between the industry and the academia, it is due to COVID. Definitely, it has changed. Now, this is the future of work post COVID-19. Now, earlier we were in the offices for most of the times. We were either the age group, if I talk about, the students were into the classes. I was in the office most of the time, and many people were in their workplaces for most of the time. But now the changes have occurred due to COVID. You see there is a cloud in center which has connected all the people sitting at home, and most of the times now also people are working at home, which has gone for great safety first of all, and cost reduction as well. So still now everything is going fine, but still probably 60 to 70% of the work is done in work from home mode. So this is the future. Definitely, it has been accepted well in the industry as well. So we have to cope up with these changes, right? Let's talk about your future, what you can be. Okay. Now I'll show you a picture. You see a person looking at the board. There is a dashboard in front of him. You see 92% of data availability, 95% of actual versus target has been completed. You see few of the dot graph over there, bar graphs are there, few of the maps are there, a lot of things are there. Now, this can be your future. Who is this? This is a highly opted profession which is going to be there, which is still there, it has started up. That's data analyst. This person can be called as the data analyst, which is a very, very important and sought after profession nowadays. And you can be one of these. Now you see a person who is holding a pen, writing something. He's having some currency over there in one hand, and he's also managing time. He's managing the data as well. A lot of things are around him. Who is he? He's the project manager. Now there are millions and millions of projects which are going on in the industry, and every project needs a project manager. Definitely a good project manager is really sorted after by every industry person. So this can be one of your future. You can be a project manager at a very reputed company. Now this is a very creative person, but he's drawing something onto the screen, computer screen. Of course, he is the web designer. You can be a web designer, and because we have already seen in the previous slides, everybody is sitting at home and handling the things. So everything is done through website and apps. So these developers are going to have a great future in time. Of course, you see she is writing some code onto the screen and she is a programmer. Now, still, I have taken up these four, but there are many, many options available in the market which are really sought after. So this is your future. You can be any one of these, right? So how you can be, you can reach over here. First of all, you need to be a part of one of the programs. You need to start with one of the programs which are visible onto your screen. If you have completed 10+2, you can opt for after 12th programs that is offered by School of Computer Application. And if you have done your graduation, then we have MCA, MCA Honors, MSc IT over there. Then if you have completed your Masters as well, we offer post-graduation in full-time as well as part-time mode. Now, we saw if you want to be a data analyst, of course, you need a degree for that to get a better placement in the market. Yes. Now, that's why I have shown you this slide wherein you can select your program first, and then proceed further. So there are a few other programs that we have started up in tie-up with the industry. Like you see NC Honors Data Science in collaboration with the Trans.org. So this is the company where the industry people are hired to teach you. Around 25 to 30% of the courses are being taught by the industry, and definitely the evaluation is being done by the industry. Of course, they are going to be the total integral mentors to you. There are lots of certifications which are being given by the industry. So these are the new type of programs that have been started in order to facilitate better placements and bridge the gap between industry and academia. Now you see new age programs like BC on the cyber security in tie with CompTIA, BSc Honors is there, BSc Data Analytics in tie-up with you see IBM. So a lot of programs have been started in tie-up with the industry. So start thinking about these programs. Specializations. If we talk about the earlier times, only doctors used to have specializations. But nowadays, industry demands specialization from any of the discipline you talk about. Whether MBA, you go for hotel management, you go for computer applications, the recruitment time, you need to tell them in what field you are specialized into. So we definitely offer a lot of specializations at UG as well as PG level. Today my focus would be on the PG level specializations, and these are the new age specializations which are being offered during the course of the program. Now there is a difference between the specialization and a specialized program. Now you see, when you are not clear at the first instance that what specialization you are going to take up, then you go with the normal program, and within that program in third semester onwards you are given the internal specializations, right? Or if you are very, very clear that yes, I'm going to specialize my degree in this field, then you go for a specialized program which starts with the specialization subjects from day one. Okay, that's the difference. So we are offering for the time being specialization in post-graduation in data science, cyber security, and web development. Now everybody is not taught everything. You select a specialization, will fill in those subjects into your pipeline, and only those subjects would be taught to you. Like the person who selects cybersecurity would be taught the subjects related to cybersecurity, and if we talk about data science, the subjects would be in this way. We have made the curriculum very, very flexible, and you decide what you want to study. So if we go for specializations in cybersecurity, these are few of the subjects that you need to learn during the specialization. If we talk about, if you select cybersecurity, you will be learning network administration, the practical part, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, cyber forensics also. If we, along with the labs, these are the subjects. If you choose data science, then you will be learning probability and statistics along with the practical data science toolbox, along with the practical machine learning, advanced data visualization. So just to give you a view of in-depth curriculum that we are going to take up during the specializations. Now, let's see now this is what we teach you, but probably there is a gap, always there is a gap between the industry expectations from the student and what we are teaching, how we are preparing our students. Now, what we are delivering, I have told you. Now I'll be taking up another aspect, what industry demands, what industry expects. Let's see few of the features. Some of them would be your personal traits and some of them would be the general ones. Let's see. What is expected from a student post COVID-19? Yes, let's take up the first, technology savviness. Every field, every industry, every little job, they want the person to be tech savvy. You might have heard about the Agnipat, this recruitments. They also want young people who are tech savvy. Yes, so everything you do, I know most of you are now well aware with your devices around you. Yes, you need to be strong in that. Definitely continue doing that. Tech savviness is demanded by the industry, definitely. Data literacy. You see, there is a lot of data around you. Millions and millions of records are around you. Our smartwatch, our mobile, Google is collecting lots and lots of data about you when you are sleeping, when you are awake, when you are running, when you are stopping, when you are eating. Everything is there with us. So lots and lots of data is collected for every human being over here. Literacy, that means how you use that data. Data is enormous, but how you figure out something meaningful out of that, that's data literacy. Something, digging out a better thing from the whole lot of data is data literacy, which is expected that you see the data in a very different way that industry wants. Then you should be a critical thinker. Definitely your objective analysis and evaluation of the issue should be very, very strong. Everybody wants a critical thinker. Resilience, very, very important thing according to me nowadays, to recover quickly from the difficulties. A lot of things are going to, they have come upon during the COVID time and might come in future as well. So you should be resilient for that. You should be able to recover and move forward quickly and take up the pace. That's what they want nowadays. You should be adaptable and you should be flexible to work anywhere in any environment. Managing fast and frequent, fiercely competitive changes are happening. You should be flexible and adaptive. Creativity and innovation definitely demanded by the industry. We always want, industry always wants an innovative person and a creative person. Okay, now how to achieve these? How to, there'll not be any of the tablet moving into your mouth and then getting into your body and you get all these things. These are to be done by you. But yes, along with the academics, LPU is going to help you getting all these skills embedded in you. But how? Let's see. Yes, one thing left was the emotional intelligence. Definitely industry wants from you. Now, how we are going to achieve this? Now, how LPU? You see 11 boxes over here. Each box has a major, you can say, role to play in getting what industry wants and what you have. So you need to be a part of the hackathons being arranged by the LPU. If you be a part of it, you are basically preparing your mind for real-time things. Hackathons will be arranging industrial visits and internships to bridge the gap between the industry and definitely the academics. Industry-oriented curriculum. The curriculum we prepare is directly prepared by taking feedback from the industry people. We'll be having placement-oriented activities such as mock tests, mock interviews, workshops and seminars are going to be regularly delivered by the industry people. In-house training in collaboration with Infotech. Infotech is a big division with us, which is developing all the softwares that we are working on in the university. You have an option to go for the training in-house. Hands-on experience on the live projects. By and large, we go for live projects, whether it is computer application, computer science, management, everything. We have live projects and we want you to work on that. Interaction with the industry leaders. Very frequently, we call industry leaders to interact with you all. Guest lectures, certification and MOOCs parallel with the academics. You have to go for these certifications. Personality development classes to go for holistic development of yours. So these 11 things will bridge the gap. What industry wants, what we prepare, along with these set of activities will take you very close to the industry, and the probability of getting placed, it gets very high. Now we have career pathways also. There is at some point you might be going for the higher studies, you might be choosing the corporate jobs, you might be going for a government job. So it's not everybody wants the job at this time. So we have created the pathways. You select any of the pathways and then specialized input would be given to you accordingly. If you want to pursue for the higher studies, we will not get you ready for the placements, but you want why to make effort which might not be utilized at that point. We will prepare you for the higher studies. So one of the pathways, this is also a level of flexibility that we are offering in the curriculum. So these are the pathways. If you select corporate jobs, that level of input is given to you. If you go for the government jobs, yes, the other level of input is given to you. What is required in the government jobs? That combinatorial studies you see, combinatorial studies, workshop based on IoT industry wants. Moving ahead, now I'll be telling you what our school is good at. You see, this is the time where research and innovation is at boom, and everybody, the rankings and everything is done on the basis of research and innovation. How innovative you are, what level of research you have done. So I'm happy to share that School of Computer Application has done a lot of research and innovation in these fields. You see over here artificial intelligence, data sciences, and then robotics, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, data security. So all upcoming fields are being covered, and we have the required infrastructure with us to cater to these research and innovation over here. So if I talk about the statistics for patents, research and book chapters, around 11 plus patents already published, 500 plus publications done, 60 plus book chapters have been written by the faculty as well as the students, and 10 plus conferences have already been conducted over here. A whole lot of experience over here with the faculty and the students, so you can utilize that at any point of time. Now let's come to the very important, the practical aspect of whatever we do. Without practicals, you'll be not getting any of the jobs. So projects, I told you we'll be taking up live projects. So live projects are basically done by the students in the form of apps, in the form of softwares, and they are surely going to be the part of pre-project expo and the project expo at next level. wherein the industry people come and evaluate your projects, and they tell you where you stand, what level of improvements you need, and the good projects are picked up by the industry then and there. So this is the level of activity that our students do over here. The project expo. So in the project expo, they have been my students have been like done a lot of research on prevention of disease in rice farming using IoT, various sensors they work upon. So there is a project on criminal face detection, which is very, very successful and live. You see auto car service project, a snapshot of that, which is also live and being, they are earning like anything. So do projects, and that's the topmost agenda of ours. If you talk about placements, definitely. You think of a company that is coming to pick the students of computer application. That is coming definitely. You see Cognizant, Tech Mahindra, you talk about Tata Consultancy, you talk about IBM, all are coming. So let's see a few of the placement statistics. If I talk about our MCA students, they have been offered 32 lakhs per annum. That's a huge amount, and you see the companies which are coming over here to pick these top brands. Capgemini, Chickmick is there, Code Brew Labs, Cognizant Technologies, SAP, Tech Mahindra, and all. If we talk about UG level, they are also being offered a very nice package of 19.25 lakhs per annum. So these are the placement statistics that might give you more motivation and confidence to go ahead with the programs over here. Now, we don't teach you only in the classroom, we go beyond the classroom. If I talk about, we have separate infrastructure. You see a digital lab over there wherein there is separate level of equipment and kits are provided to you. There is a SAP Next Gen Lab, which is a center of excellence created over here in LPU by SAP. There is a Google Lab, which is developed by Google over here. And you see a Mac lab developed by Apple over here. You see a robotic lab wherein line following robot picture you can see over here is there, and it's being, I mean to say, a lot of infrastructure is available for you to come and experience. Let's talk about ranking. Now that would be a major agenda in your mind. What is the ranking of a particular university over there? So I might share with you a few of the rankings. LPU is ranked 3rd in India in Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievement. So this is not over. We have another ranking. We are in the top 200 universities globally as per Times Higher Education Impact Ranking 2021. So we are ranked 36th amongst the top universities in India as per Times Higher Education World University Rankings in 2022. So this is going to be the latest thing which you can vouch upon. Let's talk about a few of the infrastructure. These are the lecture halls. You see the main building of computer applications. There is a central library wherein there are lots of systems, and it is open up to 12 midnight. There's an open OD, yes. A lot of diversity. Diversity is different. The people, the students from all over the world are coming over here to study. So there are more than 1,800 plus students in this particular school, and out of that, 240 plus are international. They are coming from 25 foreign countries, and other than that, from 28 plus states of India. So you need to see the culture of all the world around, right? That would be really helpful for you to work in any part of this world in future. Definitely. So our alumni are placed in all the good companies you see. I can say Siddharth Pudar is in IBM, Amit Malhotra is in Tech Mahindra, Dharmendra Pratap is in HP, Aditi is in Tech Mahindra. So everybody, definitely those who register for that, we try to place them. Okay, Q&A. Yes, I'll be taking up Q&As. That's all with my presentation. First, I would like to interact with our alumni over here. Can I see you, Mukesh? Yeah, Mukesh is here. How are you, Mukesh? Mukesh, can you put on your mic, please?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing perfectly fine, sir. How are you?
So Mukesh, nice that you spared time to give some inputs to all the attendees over here. And
Mhm.
Mukesh is a software engineer in a big brand over here. From last 2 years, he's working over there. And
Yeah.
definitely, why he is here. He is just going to give you the industry perspective of the industry expectations. He is going to endorse upon that. Let's talk to him for a while. Mukesh, would you like to tell me something about your company and your profile in that company?
Sure, sir. So I'm working as a software engineer at AR Inspect. So what is AR in the AR Inspect? So basically AR stands for augmented reality. So that is the new tech which we are working on, and we are already having clients over the seas. The government clients are there, and like different state clients are also there. So what AR is basically helping upon to help the government with the inspection and for the entities to be in compliance. So what do I mean by that is, like, let's suppose if I have a gas station and government sets some regulations on my gas station that I cannot keep those particular items in my gas station. So government have some inspectors who can go and inspect that particular on a daily basis or a regular basis, and they can check whether then this particular entity is violating something or not, or it is following the compliance or not. So in that way, if they are doing so using the software, they can actually create violations, which helps the higher authority to look at that. Okay, from the government's perspective, we can actually monitor all the activities going around the state, and the software is allowing user to capture the images and draw over the camera and real life recording, and we can actually monitor that, and the managers can also look at the same, like the senior officers can get the insights from their inspectors, and help to save the community, as well as keeping the discipline in the particular environment. So that's what the AR Inspect is all about. And I'm working as a software engineer. I do handle the front end, where we develop new feature for the users, and also handling the backend part as well, where I'm managing all the backend stuff also. So that's the short description about the company and my profile over there.
Wonderful, wonderful. So definitely you are doing good in the industry. And again, Kesh, I'd like to congratulate you to be a good part of the company. Moving ahead, Mukesh, I want you to talk about few of the skills which are required by the industry. Just see, there is some audience over here. Along
Mhm.
with whatever curriculum we teach over here, what extra
Mhm.
skills would you suggest them so that they can be better placed in the industry?
Right. So when you start as a career, industry does not expect you to be an expert at everything, but definitely they expect that people or students basically have the experience of the technologies which they work on. So, for example, at LPU, I was initially I was not that much good in coding and the analytical ability. But after 1 year, when I followed the curriculum thoroughly and followed it actually with the discipline, I would say. So if you follow that particular curriculum disciplinedly, definitely in the industry, you will be already ready for the task which they can assign you. So industry people are expecting students whom they can teach something and they can grasp and adopt it fast. So that's what the industry is expecting. Once they found such talent, they'll just groom that and grind them in those particular technology, like they'll stuck nowhere. So definitely, LPU curriculum helped me. Uh, so I would advise some of the points at the last that how student actually follow the curriculum. So some may have the difficulties while understanding the curriculum. However, I believe it should not be. But if it is, there is a way which is taught by TPCs specially, which help you to enhance your skills and help you get placed in the company. So all the companies will be behind you for sure.
Thank you, Mukesh. Actually, yes, we do have the TPCs associated with every school, which are more worried about the placements, and they work every
Yeah,
hour onto the agenda. Definitely. Thank you.
yeah,
Um, Mukesh, moving on to some lighter side of your stay at LPU. So,
yeah.
during your stay in LPU,
Mhm.
um, can we talk about a little bit of your journey, the time you spent over here? How did you use to spend the time? What level of inputs were given to you that helped you to reach over here at this position at LPU?
Definitely. So I still remember the first day at LPU. For me, it was not just a university, it was a city which has universe in it. So it was kind of like that impression for me. And initially, when I had my first induction rounds, I was really enjoying a lot of students and seniors. They were helping the new joinees. And as since ragging is definitely banned in LPU, and definitely there is very good environment which is all around created, not in the school of computer application. They have a lot of clubs, a lot of hackathons going on every day. Some festival is going on. Definitely, if you just try to look at somewhere, you'll see something is going on. And when I used to do that, like after my classes, generally I had flexible classes someday. So what I used to do, I used to go after the clubs and used to interact with the seniors, like what they are doing and how these clubs are working and what they are teaching. And different guest lectures used to happen everywhere. Different people from bigger MNCs used to come very frequently, and they used to teach a lot of students and tell them about what industry is expecting. So a lot of opportunities are there, I would say. And from the placement perspective, when I initially I was not very much good in the placement thing, but later on the TPCs actually, they have put it a lot of efforts in the students. And fortunately I was able to crack one of the MNCs. I also got multiple offers from the companies. And further, I continued my journey as well. And still, recently, I interviewed with the CrickBuzz as well. However, I declined the offer, but I understood that, in that particular interview, the things which were taught in my curriculum helped me a lot to crack those interviews. So definitely, it is not just limited to the college life. It will be beneficial for you in your career, throughout your career, I would say.
Wonderful, Mukesh. You have very elaboratively described the stay over here and how did you manage the things, what level of inputs were given to you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And
Thank you. Thank you.
Finally, I would like you to just recall one or two incidents that you enjoyed over here, or you just remember after a few years till now, which made a little change in you, or might have brought some change in you.
Yes. I remember one session from a CTO of Capgemini, Mr. Mukesh Jain. He was there, and I actually got the opportunity to sit in the front row, and I actually got the opportunity to listen to him properly and ask him a question. And I asked him like the very first, it was my second semester, I remember, and I asked him, look, sir, you manage this huge organization. How do you find time and how do you manage time for everything? Then he was like, he actually gave me this dialogue of Anil Kapoor from that movie that the heroine asks him that how do you have time for us or no? The Anil Kapoor was like, कि time hota nahi hai, nikalna padta hai. So that actually hit me like a truck. I was like, initially I was struggling with managing my time at LPU, but from that day onwards, I started scheduling everything without skipping my classes, without skipping my daily routines and nothing. And I was totally able to manage my extracurricular activities as well as my academics. So definitely that is the takeaway which is helping me now also currently in my organization as well.
Wonderful, Mukesh. That was very, very nice to hear about the things you just told. And one last question: any tips you want to give for better preparation of the placements so that the company surely picks them up?
Yes, so I'll just brief about it. So if you want to get placed into a product-based company, definitely go with the data structure and algorithm, your analytical skills, and have your projects ready. So these three things will definitely help you get into a product-based company for sure. And if you want to go into a service-based company, a big MNCs, there get your analytical skills done, and data structure algorithm would help you, and same thing for project as well. The major part that is focused and difference in between the product and service is like they have good understanding of data structure algorithm, which actually helps student to train in that particular technology. So if I would like to hire a student who is good in data structure, I know that particular student can adapt to a different technology very easily. So that one tip which I would like to give all the students who are going to be a part of LPU now.
Thank you so much, Mukesh, for sparing some time. And let's have few queries from the public, if there are any. I would request Ms. Ruby to take up the same.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your vision, and thank you so much, Mr. Mukesh, for sharing your experience with our attendees. And yes, sir, we have few queries from attendees. So, with your permission, can we take up those queries, sir?
Of course, of course.
All right, sir. So there is a query from Shubhendu. He wants to know that does LPU facilitate the platform for the students to interact with the higher officials of a well-established industry?
That I shall take up this definitely, and Mukesh can endorse upon that. Definitely, LPU is a place where every authority is not at all far away from you. Starting from your mentor, which is allocated to you, always there, a person who looks after your needs, your problems, and tries to solve those problems. Next, you have your HOD, always available. Definitely, all-time available person is HOD. Then there is HOS. If you call it as the principal level, yes, he's also over there. And if we move up in the hierarchy, definitely up to pro-chancellor. Pro-chancellor of the university is there to, they have given defined a slots wherein the students are specifically allowed to meet her and share the problems. But I think in LPU there are so many systems, like relationship management system is there, wherein you can put in your query onto the software, and that will be resolved. And probably there are very less chances that you have to move up to the hierarchy, up to higher authorities, but they are, yes, always open to interact with at any level. Mukesh can endorse upon that.
Yes, so definitely it is very easy and convenient for you to interact with the higher authorities, and they are already available, anytime available. So I remember I used to face difficulties in my curriculum sometimes and used to, get depressed a little bit sometimes. So I used to reach out to my mentor, and if I have anything with related to curriculum, like I'm not understanding this particular topic or something like that, I can openly interact with the faculty, or the HOD as well. So it is very easy for you to interact with the higher authorities, definitely.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mukesh. And now we'll move on to the next question. So the question is from Ayush Singhodia. He wants to know that he wants to appear for PhD after masters. So will the faculty assist him to prepare a strong PhD research topic?
Definitely, Ruby, I would like to share over here. Miss Ruby is about to complete her PhD over here, and she will be in a better position to give the answer to that. And before you just need to fulfill the eligibility criteria. Once you are eligible to do PhD over here, there is a pre-interaction with all the like doctorates available in the university. There is an open discussion with all, and you are in a position to find the appropriate like person for you who is into that particular stream, that particular specialization. And definitely that's an interaction session planned for all the PhD students over here. And Ms. Ruby, can you throw some more light onto that?
Of course, sir. So the faculty, Ayush, I would like to tell you that faculty over here, they are very supportive and they are very cooperative. So whatsoever, any kind of challenge if you're facing in your PhD, or if you want any kind of assistance, they are there to help you. So you need not to worry about your PhD, because at every step you have the assistance of the faculty over here. So all the best for your future endeavor. And with this, we'll move on to the next question. The next question is from Megha. She wants to know that what are the major takeaways of MCA with industry collaboration over regular MCA?
See, Megha, the details are definitely available onto our website, but I'll try to summarize them over here. Now, what's the difference between the industry tie-up program and the normal program? Definitely from the day one, the industry input starts. As I said, 25 to 30% of the courses are being taught by the industry. Evaluation is done by the industry. Then, if to add on to this, yes, certifications of those programs, those courses is given by the industry, which is globally acceptable. And if we talk about money, yes, university is going to give you funds for your publication. If you go for a few of the apps, you want to publish those apps onto Play Store, university will be giving you up to 8 to 10,000 for publication of that. University is going to give you up to 2 lakhs for starting your entrepreneurship project, your own startup. If you want to go for that, university is going to help you in that scenario as well. If you want to go for research, a lot of amount is spent on publishing of the research paper. In that, yeah, definitely university is going to fund you for the same. And these are the three things wherein that gives you more confidence, and the financial help is given by the university in case of honors programs if you take up those. Yeah, and
Thank you so much.
industry input is enormous.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, Mukesh, there are a few attendees, they want to interact with you as well. So there's a student named Rishabh. He wants to know that would you like to suggest any skill to gain in academics or an extracurricular to be industry ready after the completion of the course?
Right. So the skills which currently companies are looking, majorly if I'm as a full stack developer, so if you want to be a full stack developer, definitely go for a front end framework and take a back end framework. I would give an example of React, React.js, or React Native. Choose from them. Also, you can go for Flutter, which is a hybrid mobile application which companies are desperately looking for. And for backend, you can go with Node.js. And I would recommend one more framework, that is Golang. If you can master that, definitely industry people will be behind you. So this is the point from technical standpoint. From non-technical standpoint, in the LPU, you will be taught soft skills which helps you to ace the interview. Definitely, people get rejected in HR interviews while they cannot actually answer the questions like, why should I hire you? What makes you different from other candidates? So these type of questions are asked very frequently by the CEO or the HR level, definitely. So prepare for those during your soft skill classes. Do not basically waste those particular classes, or just do not attend them. Don't do that. Attend it with your proper discipline, and definitely you will be getting benefit out of it for sure.
Definitely, Mukesh. Thank you so much. I also believe that education is the foundation, and then learning leads to creativity and rest. Sky is the limit. So, thank you so
Yeah.
much. So, can I have Professor Rishi with us, sir? Are you there?
Yeah,
All right.
of course, Ruby, I'm here.
Yes, sir. So, sir, we'll take up last but not the least question. The question is from Shubham Kumar Nishad. He wants to know that does gap year affect placement in MCA after completing graduation?
No, not at all. The gap year definitely is not going to make any difference, but you should not be involved in any of the activities like other than academics, like some criminal activity or something like that. Uh, that should hinder onto your degree. You must have a valid degree, and the gap does not matter at all.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Mukesh and sir, for resolving all the queries of our attendees. And Mukesh, all the best. We are thrilled by your presence and all the best for your future endeavors. And now we'll quickly move to our admission expert, Miss Megha Singh. So, ma'am, over to you for the admission part of our university.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, all the esteemed panelists which are here. So I will just go ahead and begin the presentation so that we're all able to understand what is the infrastructure. I'll also be talking about the rankings which the university has received and so on. So please, here in front of you, these are our 13 LPU students who've got laurels not to only our university but to our country as well. They had participated in various games, various forms of games in Tokyo 2020, and they brought good laurels to both the country and our university. Another thing which I would like to share over here is that recently our university has also gone ahead and picked up the runners-up trophy at Halo India University Games. And I'll just tell you the count. We have received 17 gold, 15 silver, and 19 bronze medals. So these are all the hard work of our students who have been with us. Talking about the various rankings that we have received, we are proud to say, and we are proud of ourselves, that LPU, it ranks 74th globally. Okay, and this is according to the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings of 2022. So we are proudly Indian and we are truly going global. Another the ranking which is there with us is the World University Rankings, which has ranked us at 36th position, and we are ranking amongst the top universities in India, and this is amongst both government as well as private. We have also ranked at third according to the ARIA rankings, or you can say the Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements. Coming to the campus life that the students they enjoy and the kind of exposure that we are providing, no wonder we'll begin. You can see the glimpse of our current Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. We are very proud to say that we're the first private university to host the Indian Science Congress, and this occasion was graced none other by Mr. Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. You can see the symbol, the holiness, the representative of the noble peace. He himself had graced the students on one of the convocations that was held at LPU. Here you can see a glimpse of the presidents of two of the nations which are here and which were here at our convocation to provide the degrees to our students. Shri Arun Jaitley ji, I would like to say that he was the first one who motivated us to go ahead and start with the entrepreneurial school. So here he is the one who is initiating the LPU startup school. So we are motivating our students to also go ahead and provide jobs, or go ahead into a field where they can create jobs for other people. Spiritual wellness and other forms of intellectual well-being and mental well-being. We are having regular sessions where we have these eminent personalities that grace us with the on these occasions, and they inspire us, not only the faculty members but even the students, how to be a better person, how to de-stress, how to be upstanding on their morals. Apart from the regular CEOs and presidents and prime ministers, we also have the celebrities. You can see here Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone at the rear. They are also gracing us on occasions. They were actually here to welcome the new the Virtuos which were here, which had started their career here. We have the former captain, or the Indian captain of the Indian cricket team, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He was also here with us. Coming to the infrastructure, I would like to tell you that we are having one of the best and the biggest infrastructures in the world. Here you see in front of you the amphitheater where Nukkad Nataks, various kinds of club activities, cultural fests, they basically take over. We are having about 3 auditoriums. This is the biggest of the auditoriums that you are seeing, you're witnessing. It is having the capacity of around 2,500, and all kinds of domestic, national, international events of repute, they take place over here. This is our uni mall where all different kinds of shops are here, right from salons to we are having our own sweet shop also, laptops, all different kinds of amenities under one roof. We are providing it to our students. This is our library, and this is the central library that you can see the glimpse, and we are having good amount of databases. We are having provisions of e-books as well, where the students can take their, they can go ahead and they can study, make notes and refer also. Not only the studies and the other things, we also are aware that the students coming to the university, they want to have a good entertainment source as well. So we are having this, what you are seeing in front of you is the bowling alley, where the students can go ahead, de-stress themselves and also go ahead and play. Full-fledged gym facilities with spa is also provided on campus. This is our uni hospital. All kinds of, we are having 24/7 ambulances, resident doctors, attendants, nurses to take care of any problems that the student can face during their stay over here. You can see all the equipment, the facilities, the amenities. Okay, this is our indoor, sports facility where we are having a lot of indoor games which are available. This is an all-weather pool that you can see. right? We are having 3 swimming pools. This is an all-weather swimming pool which the students can take, they can go ahead and indulge. We're also having these indoor courts that you can see. We're having a shooting range. If you are into combative sports, shooting is one of the areas where you can go ahead and hone your skills. This is one of the visions that you can see. This is the day vision of our university, how it looks. This is how the night vision of the residential capacity. These are the residential complexes that you can see. This is the night vision of the same. So you can visit us. We are open. You can come. You can just you can either travel to us. You can reach us, or you can also go ahead and visit us by this website, which is in front of you. That is www.lpu.in. Right? There's a phone number also. We are having 24/7 lines open. So please go ahead and reach out to us. On the next, I would like to go ahead and also show you how to reach the website, that is www.lpu.in. You all have to do is you have to go ahead and type down lpu.in, and this is the page, the window that will be showed to you, or it will open. The courses that Professor Rishi had discussed with you, you can all find it at this particular, window that you can see in front of you. Over here, once you reach this particular, page, this is what you will go ahead and see. It is mentioned over here, find your program. So all you have to do is, first is the type. Type basically tells you what is the mode, whether you want to go into a regular, standard, that kind of mode. Then you're having the qualification. Now this is the last qualification that you have, achieved or you have received. So over here, if I go ahead and put graduation as my last qualification, it automatically tells you or asks you that which is the discipline that you are interested in to go ahead and take admission in. So if I go ahead and look over here, computer applications and IT, if I click upon it, it will automatically tell me that the regular programs and the honor programs that I can apply into. So let me take an example. If I have to go for a regular program of MCA, right? Once I click upon it, it automatically takes to me to a page where it briefs me about the eligibility, about the program details, right? For example, if you can see over here and I zoom in, it talks about the eligibility criteria which is required for me if I have to take admission into a regular program of MCA, right? What is the passing percentage, and whether I have to give an entrance exam. For this, we are having an entrance exam. It is mentioned over here, LPU NEST. After that, it is clearly telling you that the admission criteria is that you need to have a merit in LPU NEST, and obviously you need to fulfill the basic criteria of a pass with 60% aggregate marks, right? These are some key highlights of the program that you can go ahead and see. These are the student achievements which you can also, which we vouch for, and you can also go ahead and witness. The rankings which I earlier mentioned in the presentation, you can view over here. Curriculum highlights basically talks about what will be there in the subjects or the electives, or the, for example, if you want to go ahead and see what are the foundation courses, what are the core courses provided, you can see it over here. This is the details of the first year, which is divided into autumn and spring term. We are also having second year over here. If you click upon it, it will tell you about the second year. What are the different kinds of electives? Though Professor Rishi has already discussed about it, I'll be very brief in this. These are the electives. You want to look at the specialization, pathways, generic, all kinds of electives will be provided. Coming to the most important part, where you would like to know what is the fee structure. So it is given in detailed. So in here in the fee structure, it is telling you the program fee is 80,000. This is per semester. And then the details of the scholarship brackets, what you can see, the tabular form which is present in front of you, it talks about the scholarship bracket. So you're having a category 1, right, which is offering you 48% of scholarship. Category 2, it is providing you a 38% of scholarship. Category 3, it is providing 28% of scholarship right now. So what will be the applicable fee? It is mentioning over here, and you can also see that it is mentioned that the examination fees of 4,000 rupees per semester you would also have to give. Now, apart from this, whatever the fee details, the terms and conditions if you want to know for scholarship in different phases, it is mentioned over here. What could be the modes of payment? You can see over here, these are the 3 modes of payment that you can use. Requisites and conditions of how, whether the laptop, textbook, all it is mentioned over here. Yes, these highlights are basically telling you whether you're having any kind of international exposure option available in this program. So if you know if you can see it very clearly, it is mentioned over here that the students are having an option where they can go ahead, and if they if they go ahead and clear the terms and conditions, the clauses which are required, which are also mentioned over here, if they are passing by that, they can definitely go ahead and get the exposure done. What are the various scholarships that you will be eligible? Or if I say, if I'm a student, what are the scholarships I'm eligible for? You can see that there are different types of scholarships which are available. You can get the scholarship based upon the percentage. If you click upon it, it tells you what is the percentage requirement for getting the category 1, 2, and 3 scholarship. Another basis for scholarship is, how you are performing, or what are the tentative, what are the marks that you are getting in your qualifying exam. So here it is just giving you that, okay, if you're getting in category 1 bracket, tentative marks are also mentioned over here. You can go through that. There are certain special scholarships that we are providing. So if you have achieved, or you have got some kind of, in the previous 2 years, in the last 2 years, some kind of recognition in innovation, startup, entrepreneurship, what kind of recognition, that also you can see and you can read it. Sports culture, these are also scholarships we are providing. Financial aid, if you click upon, these are another sets of scholarships, aids that we are providing to our students who are going to be appearing or who want to go ahead with this particular kind of a degree. What are the program outcomes? What are the salient features for every program? You can please see over here, and how to apply. Now, if you want, you can visit to our university also. As I said, it is open. You're welcome at any point of time between 9 to 5, Monday to Saturday. And if you want to go ahead with, applying it in an online mode, then please see over here. It is mentioned very clearly, on your screen. I'll just zoom. The first step is you have to sign up. You have to check for your eligibility, apply for the LPUNES program, book the exam slot, appear for the exam. Currently, we are having exams. The LPUNES exam is taking place in a remotely proctored manner. And then you can also check the result. What will be the time duration? What will be the last dates? Please, it is mentioned over here, which you can run through. So all the important dates are mentioned, when the registration will start, when the submission will be there, the last submission, when will be the exam conducted, when will be the results displayed, what shall be the last date of admission. All the information and the details you can view over here, right? Also, I would like to tell you that if you would like to view our webinars, because this is a webinar that is currently in real time that's taking place, but if you have missed out any particular webinar, then you can go ahead onto the admissions, and onto the clear left hand side, you can see that here LPU's Edu Fair webinars. You can see this, you can click upon it, it will take you to a window where the current page you can witness. Now over here, this is all about the information of our webinars that currently we are going to be taking. Then they will be taking place in the future, as well as the previous webinars. We have all got the information here. These are some upcoming webinars that are going to be there soon. You can see the timelines, the dates. If you click upon the past webinars, you can check over here all the past webinars, right? And the YouTube videos are visible, are present. You can go ahead and go through them, understand them, and if there are questions, you can still go ahead and ask us, right? We have good amount of platforms which are also available with us, right? So thank you so much. Over to Ms. Ruby. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Megha ma'am, for the detailed information about the admission part. And now we'll conclude today's webinar. So I'll advise you, all the attendees, that it is rightly said that decisions determine destiny. So don't wait for the last dates. Decide your own date of admission as soon as possible. So now we'll conclude today's session. I would like to express my appreciation to the experts for their valuable contribution to our webinar, which was on the topic Mastering New Computing Technologies for high-profile national and international careers. So my deepest gratitude goes to all who attended this webinar and helped to make it's such a successful event. So experts, I'm sure your years of research, your years of experience will definitely help the audience to find the right path. So I, Ruby Gill, finally sign off the session. Thank you so much.